What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the final figure in the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Rise of the Beasts Jungle Mission 3 Pack number 2 Maximal Airazor. Now, or mainline Maximal Airazor. Now, this figure is very, very unstable, and inside the only reason I was able to pull off that shot was because I somehow managed to get her feet balanced, because right now she's just does not want to stand. Does not want to stand. Just does not want to stand. Oh, here we go. But carefully I will remove the box. So anyways, we're going to be taking a look at this figure, but really quick before we continue, in the thumbnail for the video, yes, she is mistransformed, but that is because that is the only way you can pull off any poses. Moving on. So, anywho, moving on, this is the Rise of the Beasts mainline Airazor. And yes, this is the mainline Airazor, not the Studio Series. This is what we all thought was going to be the Studio Series, but it is not the Studio Series, it is the mainline. Now, for a mainline, it is not bad. I thought this was going to be better, but I also didn't know what to think as well. I also thought that the Studio Series was not going to be a complete rip from the Kingdom version. I didn't know what to think with that one. So, you know, there were lots of things, lots of disappointments, and lots of things that were very unstable, like my last relationship, and also like this figure. So, you know what? Let's get into the comparisons here. To start off, let's go within our last review from this 3-pack. Here it is with the Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, mainline Bumblebee. Here she is with the one previous to that. Here she is with Deluxe mainline Mirage. And here she is next to Studio Series Core Class RC. Here she is next to the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. Here she is next to the Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Cheetor. Here she is next to the Rise of the Beasts mainline Voyager Optimus Prime. As you can see, these two kind of scale but don't scale. Then again, he doesn't scale very well with anybody. And here she is with and finally, last but not least, here she is with her counterpart, Rise of the Beast Studio Series Airazor. As you can see, they definitely changed a lot in terms of this figure for that figure. There's a lot changed here, so. Now, moving away from comparisons for a moment, we're going to talk about accessories, because she comes with some, and she comes with two. She comes with two blades. We're going to show off one, because they gave me two right blades. Or two left blades, excuse me. Two blades that have the tabs on the same side. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, people. Anyways. They're blades. They come in very cool looking. They come in this really cool silver painted goldish brown plastic. You know, it's really, really disgusting looking, really, if you ask me. But the silver part's not so bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. But anyways, so yeah, two blades. Not very thrilled about their quality control over the fact of them giving me two blades that have tabs on the same exact side, because they do store on her in, bird mode. You're supposed to store them like this. But unfortunately, because both of them have tabs on the same side, I can't tab it on this. I can try tabbing it like this, but you can't do anything with the, well, you can't really do anything with the wing anyway, but you gotta have to tab it underneath like this, so it looks a little weird. So I mean, it works, it just looks a little weird underneath, but I mean, then again, if you're going to be leaving her in bird mode, no one's really going to see it. Or falcon mode, or whatever the heck she is in Rise of the Beasts. No one really is clear on what type of animal she is. I mean, we all know she's a falcon in the original TV show, but we don't know what she is in Rise of the Beasts. So, yeah. Anywho, we're going to move on to transformation now, and transformation is fairly simple. So to start things off, we're going to basically come to her bird booty here. You're going to lift up this tail, these tail feathers. You're going to come to the legs, come to the thighs, those chicken thighs, and we're going to swing them out to the side, much like the Colonel would. And you're going to also do the same thing on the other side. Straighten out the legs, and then you're going to swing down the hands. And that will just in turn fold the feet down and rotate it, or like this. Excuse me. You want to make sure that the talons are facing the bottom pieces of the wings, or you want to make sure that the talons are facing the head of the bird. So then you're going to kind of just you're not going to do that. Don't listen to me at first until you've seen the whole video. You guys have been watching me long enough. You should know this by now. So come to the back section of the wing, detach these back sections of the wings, and then you're going to come to the top section here, and we're going to get this out of the way and done first. Come to this portion of the wings and back section, fold the flip with the tail feathers, and you're going to rock it forward, and then push these all the way back. I don't know what it is about this main line, but once you pushed it all the way there, you want to kind of flatten out these shoulder pads to kind of make way for these. There you go. To make sure they get out of the way of the tail feathers, because they will bring the tail feathers with them. Yeah. But make sure you flatten it out just enough. So that way you can bring this section, or not this section, now you're reversing steps, Thomas fan. So you're going to do this, bring the head all the way up, like so. Fold these back down, like I just did. Or fold them up if you really want to. I don't care. These are optional if you want to do what I'm doing. But figure out what you want to do with it. The legs, bring them down, rotate at the thigh. There's a piece here. You're going to want to untab this, bring it back, shove it all the way into the calf, and then come to the foot and fold it down. Do the same thing. Do that, rotate, fold down the foot like that. Kind of make this look like it's a Gundam model kit. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe make it look like that, I suppose. I don't know. The instructions aren't very clear with what you should do with these. I mean, there are certain ways you can make it look really entertaining. Like, there's a way that I've seen it look like that. I think there's one way that, with this pulled all the way. There we go. I think that's the way the instructions want you to have it. But you're going to then really quickly, before I forget, come to the bird head, take it, untab it from this crotchal region and rotate it, swing it down, and then bring it all the way, and that's going to complete the chest. And there you go. Now we're almost done. Come to the blades, come to your blades that you've discarded so graciously, and shove them into the hands of our would-be assassin. And there you have mainline Airazor in her robot mode. Now, I think this is a pretty neat looking robot. I think it's a nice concept because, once again, if you haven't seen Rise of the Beasts yet, you should know where Airazor does not transform in the movie. So we do not actually ever see what her robot mode looks like. However, based off of this design and based off of her Studio Series design, we can basically assume that it's kind of similar to what her Beast Wars appearance would have looked like, aside from Cheetor and, well, Rhinox looks pretty close to his original form, but Cheetor definitely does not look like his original 90s form. So, anywho, let's get down to some comparisons real quick. So, scooch her off to the side just a little bit here. Let's go with her wave mates or her box mates here. Let's get her in. Let's get the family photo here real quick, or the box family photo, or the shipped family photo. There we go. That is a nice looking family photo there. We all know who the troublemaker of the group is. It's this guy. So, yeah. So now we got those ones out of the way. Here she is next to Studio Series, Rise of the Beasts. Bumblebee. As you can see, she's definitely a mainline deluxe. Sure. Or, yeah. And here she's next to Studio Series Core Class, RC. And here she is next to Studio Series Rise of the Beasts, Cheetor. Brother in Arms. And here she is next to here she is next to mainline leader class Optimus Prime. And finally, here she is next to Studio Series Deluxe Class Airazor. Now, I will say this about these two figures here. They're both beautiful. They're both great. They both blow me away. However, only problem that I see with both of these figures is that, let's see. Airazor did not transform in the movie, so this is the one exception where I'm going to say I would prefer a Transformers figure that did not transform. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say this is the one time, and please don't hate me for this for the rest of my life, people. But this is the one time I'm going to actually say, Hasbro, please give us a non-transforming Transformers Rise of the Beast Airazor figure, because this is actually beautiful. Because honestly, people could have one of these in its obviously people would do this anyway, but I think this is just somebody would have one of the main line in its beast mode, one of them would have it in its robot, this would have it be in its robot mode, but I think personally we need a non-transforming Airazor for Rise of the Beasts, because as beautiful as these two are, we have nothing to compare these robot modes to. That's what's killing me about this, is we've got nothing to compare these two aside from each other. And now obviously I'm going to go for the Studio Series if I'm really going to be honest here, but this one's not too bad. If you were to pass this off as a Studio Series, you would have literally confused me, because this would not really surprise me all that much. So, anywho, now to bring everybody back in for one final family portrait with the box in front and everybody ready to go for one final portrait here. Let's bring in the box. Let's bring in everybody's cardboard prison here. Everybody's standing in front of their thing here. Bumblebee, get your ass over here. Alright. So, final thoughts on this whole box set. Gotta be honest. Mediocre at best. Speechless because I don't know what to say. As in, like, there's nothing to say because I don't know what to say. Not as in it's great, not as in it's bad, not as in it's like there's nothing to say because it's so great, it's so speechless. It's because I don't know what to say. There's nothing to say on this, and too much for what it's worth. Okay, like there's too much here for the price that it's worth, and there's also okay, I'm gonna be honest here. Let me rephrase this guy. Great for a custom. If you want something to customize, here's your figure for that. So, anywho, if I was to rate this entire set out of a 10, or not of a 9, or if I was to rank it out of a 1 out of 10, I would probably rank the whole set I'm gonna rank the whole set a 7 out of 10. But if I was to rank each individual figure on a scale of 1 to 10, he ranks as a 7 out of 10. She ranks an 8 out of 10. He ranks a 6 out of 10. So, anywho, this is Thomas Final One saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Optination Reviews, Beastman Reviews. Don't forget to check out Planet Toys. Don't forget to check out Patrick with the Y. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and all that other fun stuff, along with check out Jordy's Railfan videos, Memphis Railfan Productions, who will soon be Riveted Railfan Reviews, excuse me. Blah. He keeps changing that name so many times. Or maybe he doesn't, I don't know. But check out him as well. And then check out Bravely GG, iStar552, and Take Along Productions, as I know they all do some pretty cool stuff. And this is Thomas Fennel One saying, don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.